Joyce Beauvais, and I'm the artistic director and founder of the new Deep River Town Theater Company, and also the director of our first production, which is Don't Dress for Dinner by Mark Camilletti. And it is a crazy, wacky, wild, and hilarious mistresses and mayhem farce. And we're having a lot of fun with it. We're very excited that it's our very first production here. And my career here in Connecticut kind of morphed from starting out with estuary players in Old Saybrook and the Ivoryton players for many years in Ivoryton. Not many, I've been here 8 years. I was a New York City actor, producer, and restaurant owner, and but always in the theater. And so the Ivoryton players ended last fall, and I have another theater company called Theater Under the Shell in Niantic, where I live. And we just had our third very successful season of pop-up summer stock theater, where a week in the middle of summer, we do a comedy in the band shell that was recently created there. So I pull my actors from all my different groups, as well as hold auditions, and we're so thrilled that one of our principal actors, who is hilarious, brilliantly talented, is from Deep River. And we're looking forward to more and more people in Deep River getting involved. But all of our folks are right in the nearby towns, if not in Deep River. But I've worked with everyone on the cast and crew, with the exception of 2 new actors, Hillary Weisberg, who is marvelous as Jacqueline, and Josh Donahue here from Deep River, who is probably one of the funniest people I've ever seen on stage in my life. He is just the best. And when my actors can make me laugh, I am a happy camper. And I love doing comedies. We can't really go into venturing into musicals at this point in time because it's very expensive. And we're asking the community to help and sponsor us and donate, because we're doing this truly on a wing and a prayer and a little bit of crazy glue. When, as an actor, I was in more than 200 productions, always as a principal, and almost always in comedies. A few things like Glass Menagerie thrown in, but mostly Neil Simon comedies and the like. And I love to have the audience just come in and whatever's going on in their world, come into the magic of theater and laugh. And laugh and laugh and laugh. And that's why we are rehearsing so hard, to make sure that that is the end result. I'm doing my second year as Mrs. Claus with the Essex Steam Train. I mostly play her on the Lady Catherine cruise. That's my gig. But I also do the trains as well occasionally. But mostly I'm on the Lady Catherine. So if you see Mrs. Claus on the Lady Catherine, it's not me. It's really Mrs. Claus. And that's a lot of fun. It's great work. I love working with Santa. Not many people get to be right next to Santa, so I bake him a lot of cookies, and we have a lot of fun. Because we're starting this theater company, the only thing I love is the creativity of directing and acting. But we don't have the team and the staff of thousands. We should have a set designer. We should have a tech director. We should have administrator for finances. We should have marketing and development directors. We have none of that. We can't even begin to be a 501(c) yet. So we wear a lot of hats. And when I finally get to have those 3 or 4 hours of just rehearsing with my actors, that is joy. And especially with such great actors as are in this cast, and the crew. The crew are all a part of it. We all sit and create and make it work. I'm bogged down by too many other jobs that are not my thing. And once we get the blocking done, blocking is where you have to figure out where the actors are going to stand, sit, walk, so that the audience has a full view of them and their movements make sense with their dialogue. And once the blocking is set and the lines are starting to be memorized, that's when the creativity really starts happening, and we can really start molding it and coming up with crazy ideas and and making it happen. We want you. We definitely want you. We're going to be doing a murder mystery, several of them, in the winter. So I would be very excited to hear from people in the area. We're going to do, I think, two performances of a murder mystery set in the 1920s. I'm writing that now. And then we're also doing a murder mystery at the Riverwind Inn, and we're doing a murder mystery at the East Lyme Community Center and at the restaurant on Main Street in Niantic, Gumdrops and Lollipops. So it's all under the umbrella of Shoreline Drama, which is the umbrella for Deep River Town Theater Company. And so, yeah, come and join us. My advice for young people getting into theater, don't, unless you have to. If it is in your blood, in your bones, in your soul, and you will do just about anything to be in it, no matter the sacrifice, then the next bit of advice I would give you is to work at it constantly. Do anything you can to work. Work, work, work. A lot of people find that study helps them. I started working. The first job I had was, I was 7 years old. And I was a member of Actors Equity by the time I was 15. But I also studied, and I also took time out to go to the Boston Conservatory of Music, and I studied with the great teachers in New York City. But for me, working with seasoned actors and getting on stage and doing the work. But study, work, take any opportunity, do a scene class, get into a community theater, learn the ropes, and also learn everything you can about backstage. One cannot be a good actor in theater or in film if you don't know the workings of how it's all put together. So you've got to take your apprentice time, your time to really learn every aspect of the theater. That would be my advice.